Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
I really welcome the opportunity to say a couple of words on this in the rural social scheme. I do welcome the flexibilities that you brought in. I want you to look in particular in relation to Meals on Wheels. Yesterday we had Lorraine from Claremorris, Martina and Peter from Louisburg, and we had Deirdre from Castlebar here. And this was one of the issues that were brought up in relation to the rural social scheme. And the two people in particular, that you would allow two people to use to get onto the scheme from the herd owner. It is vitally important. What they're finding of, they cannot continue their Meals on Wheels service without having some flexibility. Now you'll know as well, even in Storm Owen, and by the way, they do want generators as well. Just while I'm here, they absolutely have to have generators because they were a vital lifeline during the storm as well. But if you could give them the flexibility on the rural social scheme to meet the needs of these particular rural areas for the vital services that they are providing, that would be a very welcome thing, and I'll work with you in trying to get those done.
Minister.
Thank both Deputies Cahill and Conway-Walsh for their remarks. And in terms of the review, we have fully implemented 5 recommendations, and I actually just had a meeting yesterday with officials in relation to the remaining ones, including the implementation of them. Extending eligibility to people not directly engaged in farming or fishing, but who have a connection to a rural community, to also the issues about the two people accessing it. I think that's something I've asked them to come back to me on in relation. In relation to Deputy Cahill's comments on biodiversity, we are committed to exploring opportunities with key stakeholders that will provide options for grant funding for green initiatives and to further explore options for those who wish to volunteer their time to local services. My department is engaging with officials in the Department of Agriculture, Food and the Marine, also in my other Department of Rural and Community Development, as well as local authorities who are really important in this space, to allow us to deliver collectively on the recommendations in the RSS review in this space. And we'll also, most importantly, continue to engage with the farming and rural development organisations. But I want to make this scheme, I'm very aware, despite the fantastic work of the scheme and of supervisors and so-called implementing bodies, there are vacancies and schemes all over the country that I know can be filled if we have the right flexibility in it. And one of the things in relation to all of these schemes, to RSS, to TUS and to CE, is I want a greater understanding within my department that they're no longer just labour market activation schemes, they're far greater. And something I would really want to pursue is that these schemes have a social value, a social employment value, but a social value to the participants on the scheme and to providing services to communities such as that referred to by Deputy Conway-Walsh that otherwise would not be available. We will be a far poorer country without the work that is done by RSS, by CE and by TUS.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.